Gary, a tremendous 4-0 victory here this afternoon, and the team playing well. It looked good on what was a difficult pitch, but yeah, that's what you wanted here on the last home game of the season.
Yeah, we did, and I thought we played really well, especially I thought we actually played, although we only scored 1 goal first half, I thought we played a lot better first half than we did second half, and created plenty of chances. Obviously, we'd like to have scored a couple more goals, finishing touches with the chances we created, but St Neots changed it just before half time, so we had to they got on top a little bit right at the start of the second half, so we had to obviously change the way we played, which we did, and the lads obviously Flo went on and we narrowed it up a little bit, and Colin went on to the left, and we created a couple of chances, and some good finishes. Danny Gordon's great finish, 2 finishes from Jordan was a real good finish, and Jaffa's finish off his leg, knee, toe, knee, shin, toe, whatever it was, I'm not sure, but he gets himself in the right place at the right time. But yeah, really pleased. I don't know why 653 turned up after last week, but it's an amazing crowd again. Really pleased with that, and I want to thank them personally for coming out after what we dished up last week, because that weren't good enough. And we got the reaction that I wanted from the boys today.
Obviously, you must have looked at the other scores coming in, and the position now in the league is still 9th, but a win on Tuesday night in this rearranged fixture could mean there's 3 teams on 64 points going into the final game of the season. You've got to look at that's a good tally considering, and B, if things go wrong for other teams, you could find yourself in a playoff position.
Yeah, we could. Obviously we'll keep going till the end. I think you see today that we're not going to give up, but I said to the lads before the game, if we can't finish 5th, we've got to finish 6th. If we can't finish 6th, we've got to finish 7th. Because even if you don't get in and you finish a point away, I know, or all things go well, I think I can put more points on that tally next year. Obviously the league will change, other teams will change, and this, that and the other, but I think I can get, but if you then finish 6 or 7 points behind it, you've still got a massive bridge to gap. So just mentally for yourself and for the club, we want to finish as high as we can. Obviously last year was a disaster where we finished, I think that was 14th, 15th. Obviously we want to progress and finish as high as we can this year. So there's a big difference mentally between 6th and 9th, if you like. And we want to try and finish as high as we can, maybe even 5th, like you say. And then we have the big summer, or good summer. We get, some additions to the squad. Not just this squad, every squad in the league will be changing, there'll be managerial changes, and everyone come back fresh next year. But you're going to know that 70 points is the benchmark, and that's where you've got to get to roughly. That's just a standard in a 20 team or 22 team league, however many there is, that's just a standard number. And hopefully we can get to that next year, and we're not having these conversations about teams slipping up and us scoring more goals at Daventry on Tuesday, and we can get in the top 5 on our own right next year and see where it takes us.
One more small point, clean sheet. Yeah, that was good to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen, obviously Thomas made some great saves today, and Big Jason come in for a bit of stick. He's played injured. Obviously Thomas was having a rough time as well, so that was the lesser of the 2 evils over the last couple of weeks. But Jason's a good lad. I know he's flamboyant character, and he, people like to come down on him when he make a mistake, but he's a good kid, and we've got to try and get him fit over the summer, and he's got to come back and show everyone what a good goalkeeper he is. If he can get himself right. He's obviously had a big injury this year with his Achilles. He's come to every game. He's never shirked his responsibilities, and I just think some of the stick he gets is undue, because Thomas made a good few mistakes before that, but Thomas showed his character today, and put in a man of the match performance with 2 or 3 great saves, which we always knew he's always been a brilliant shot stopper. He's a great lad as well, but he'd get a better shake off these fans than Jason, if you like. So listen, we're in a fortunate position if we've got 2 very, very good goalkeepers at this football club, if they're fit. Hopefully Jason will get to show the Corby fans at some point, how good he is, and show his character like Thomas has today. So really pleased for Thomas today. Really disappointed for Jason last week. Obviously he's down in the dumps about it still, because he's not showed his true colours. I believe his form was reasonable or good at the start of the season. Obviously I weren't here, but next year, for us to do well, you know, we need everyone together. You know, we don't need, you know, the fans have got, when these fans are with us, even today, even last week, they, you know, I've heard no nonsense or anything like that. If it got for the club to do well, everyone's got to be together, and that's the fans getting behind the players, win, lose or draw, which majority of them do, getting behind, you know, us, the staff, and getting behind whoever playing. People will have bad games, people will make mistakes, people will let in soft goals, people will miss glorious chances, people will miss penalties. The manager might make a bad decision now and then, you know, but you know, we can't jump on it just for the sake of jumping on it in the world we live in now with social media and stuff like that. I'll have good characters in the dressing room next year. I'll have I try and run with an iron fist, I try and run a disciplined ship. I like my lads to be on time, I like them to do the right things, I like them to act correctly around the club. And we'll have the right characters, but we've got to all stick together. I don't know Corby. Over the last, from an outsider looking in, for the last 4 years, it's all been a little bit disjointed. I've got a great relationship with Stevie, the chairman. I've had some really positive chats with James and Paul when he was over here. Obviously, you guys are pushing the club forward. You know, there's a reason since I've come in, the crowds have gone up, and that's not just because the team, that's because what you guys are doing, and the club's trying to now pull itself together and push in the right direction. And me and the players will be doing it, supporters have done it the last 3 or 4 games here, and obviously you guys are doing what you're doing, and I've got really good feeling about this football club over the next couple of years.
Great words, Gary, appreciate it. Thanks for your time and congratulations today.
Cheers.